Pilipino, ang dugo'y mahal.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat saan man po kayo naroroon. Ito po ang Fil-Am Radio, broadcasting live every Tuesday afternoon from 1 o'clock to 2:30 in the afternoon, Seattle time, through the magic of our StreamYard and the facilities of Rainier Avenue Radio World. Dito po sa Seattle, Washington State, USA. Kami po ang inyong mga abang lingkod. Ako po si Kuya Bert Caoili at yung mga kasamahan ko po si Miles Salvador and Manny Panganiban. Yung ating pong producer is Daniel Bells of Rainier Avenue Radio World. And we have a very special guest today, si Maricres Valdez Castro. Ang programa po natin, Fil-Am Radio, is internet-based. So you could listen now live saan man kayo naroon, wherever you are, anywhere in the world. Just log on to www.rainieravenueradio.world and look for our program, Fil-Am Radio. But because our show is also videotaped, you can watch our program live today or any day. Just look for the Facebook page of Rainier Avenue Radio World at hanapin lang po ang ating programa, Fil-Am Radio. Ang ating pong programa, as many of you know, always starts with a prayer and ends with a prayer. So, sabayan niyo po ako sa aming maikling prayer. Diyos na makapangyarihan, narito pong muli ang inyong mga anak na bagamat di karapat-dapat ay humihiling na kami iyong tulungan upang magkaroon ng maliwanag na isip at payapang damdamin upang kami ay makatulong sa pag-aambil sa daigdig na ito upang magkaroon ng kapayapaan. Kawaan mo po at gabayan niyo po ang aming bagong Pangulo at ang kanyang mga katulong na pagkalooban ng maliwanag na isip upang matumpakan ang mga lagkatain para sa bayan at kami namang mga mamamayan ay magkaroon ng mabuting pagsasamahan at pagtutulungan sa ikabubuti ng lahat. Lord, thy will be done in Jesus' name. Amen. And I'm still looking for all our friends, so we will play our first song, and then after that, I hope that Norbert could come in. He's in here now, and also Maricres is here. So right after the song, okay? Be asleep. Tayo ay magsayawan.
Magsama-sama sa ligaya, magsayawan hanggang magtumaga. Di na kailangan magpaganda at bumaba kung nagsasayaw ka. Baliwala, lahat ng ito ay masasayang ka. Di mapapansin ang oras ay tumatakbo. Dito naramdaman ang pagkakay malilimutan. Tayo'y magsayawan, sumabay sa takbo ng tulugan. Tayo'y magsayawan, sumabay sa takbo ng tulugan. Ay magsaya at liwanag ang problema, magsama-sama sa ligaya, magsayawan hanggang magtumaga. Di mo mapapansin ang oras ay tumatakbo. Di naramdaman ang pagkakay malilimutan.
Yan po ang unang nating awiting opening song natin. Tayo Magsayawan by VST and Company. And at this point, I'd like to welcome Norbert Caoili and also my good friend, our special guest, si Maricres Valdez Castro. And hi, I do not see Manny and Mila, or I don't know what happened to Miles. But anyway,
That's Manny.
because there I see Manny. Good. We're just missing Miles right now. But anyway, mga kaibigan, because Norbert has got a very, appointment at 1:30. We'll put him in first. So, Maricruz, just hang in there. Enjoy the program. We'll be talking a lot about many things today. All right, Norb, you take away. I know you're gonna leave pretty soon.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you for having me on the show. As you can tell, I'm not in my usual studio. I'm here in the car, but I'm not actually driving because that wouldn't be safe, right? So instead, my daughter Sophie driving over there.
Oh my gosh, she can drive now.
She passed her written exam, and then we'll be doing her driver's test in a few weeks here, and possibly by the end of the month, she'll be actually driving on her own, which is a little scary thought. But
Oh boy.
driver, as you can see. Say hi, Sophie.
Hi.
And there's Vanessa, her sister, right behind her. So yeah, we are actually on our way to
Hi, Vanessa.
girls' weekly workout. So I'm trying to get into shape, trying to do that exercise thing on a regular basis. So that's what we got going on today. So, but speaking of exercise and moving, let's talk about the big game this Sunday. As you probably all know, it's Super Bowl Sunday on Sunday, Super Bowl 55, featuring the matchup between the reigning champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, led by Tom Brady. For the Lombardi Trophy Sunday this afternoon. I believe it's 3 o'clock, something in the afternoon. Of course, Super Bowl Sunday is a long day with festivities beforehand and all that kind of stuff. But I am excited because my dad, Bert's going to be coming over and doing another reaction video on YouTube during this game. So if you want to pop in there and watch along with us as we watch this historic game, first time ever that a city that's hosting the Super Bowl is actually having their own home team represented. It's the first time in NFL history. So, and then of course you got one of the youngest quarterbacks going against the oldest quarterback. So there's a lot of interesting storylines to be seen during this Super Bowl. So it's going to be a fun game to watch. Personally, I'm not rooting for Tom Brady and the Buccaneers because more in favor of seeing the young Kansas City Chiefs team win a second one this year. So we'll see what happens, but it will be a fun game on Sunday. So join us on YouTube if you want to.
Just so you know, Norb, Manny and I, we got a bet.
Uh-oh.
He's going for the elder quarterback, and I'm going for the younger quarterback. So we'll see what happens, And so Manny, he beat me last time because he went for the Rams. And I, of course, as a Seahawks fan, I have to go with the Seahawks. And he won. So hopefully I could get my revenge this time because I believe the younger would be better than the older one. But, never can tell because both of them are really good quarterbacks.
What's the wager?
Okay.
Are you actually betting money or is it just bragging rights?
No, it's real life money.
It's actually like a donation kind of.
Yeah, it's a donation going to the organization. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Good way to do it.
it's a sport thing. It's not really something serious.
It's not really something like money betting or what. It's just a matter of if he wins, he will donate to the
No.
Pacific Asian.
If I win, you're donating.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
So
Anything?
what happens if my dad wins?
Then I'll donate.
What happens if you win, Dad?
Yeah, it's a good one. It's all for a good cause, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
you got
that's
anything
good.
else,
That sounds
Norb?
good.
You got
Well,
anything
the
else?
only
I know
other-
it's kind of.
A couple of other off-season related things. First of all, the Seahawks in the last couple of weeks they hired 2 former Rams coaches. One was their former the Rams' former passing game coordinator is now the new offensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks, who released the previous one. Brian Schottenheimer was released, and now the former Rams passing coordinator, Shane Waldron, is now the new offensive coordinator. So if you liked what the Rams were doing on offense from a scheme standpoint, which I do, the Seahawks look to be probably emulating that style, which is a lot of quick passes, a little more balanced with the run game and the passing game, but a little more updated style. If you are familiar with the Rams style of offense, they do a lot of pre-snap movement. There's a lot of misdirection and things that I've been for a long time going, why don't you do things like the Rams do? And now it looks like maybe we'll have some of that injected into the Seattle offense. And they also brought in, after they hired him, they brought in the Rams' former running game coordinator to also join the Seahawks staff. So a lot of the Rams style offense should be visible within the Seahawks team next year. So hopefully that will help the Seahawks get over the top and get a little further into the playoffs, since it's going to be a very competitive division next year. And one final note, it seems like the Rams are all over the news. The Rams had a huge blockbuster trade announced this weekend with the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions quarterback, Matthew Stafford, who's been there for almost 11 years, he is now going to the Los Angeles Rams, basically a swap. So Jared Goff is out from Los Angeles, going to the Lions. Matt Stafford is in, and in exchange for that, since Jared Goff had this monster $135 million contract, the Detroit Lions also get 2 first-round picks in next year and the following year's draft, plus a 3rd-round pick this year. So the Rams had to give up a lot to switch quarterbacks, but now they've got a upgrade at quarterback, no longer Jared Goff, and now it will be Matthew Stafford leading the Rams. So lots of changes involving the Seahawks and the Rams in the division, but it should be interesting next year to see how this all plays out. Hopefully Seattle will find a way to win the division again and maybe make a run for the Super Bowl next year.
Oh, wonderful. Now, like they said, if you can't beat them, join them. So we get all the guys who were, the ones who were responsible for beating the Seahawks. Now we got them on our side. So let's see what happens. Well, interesting. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Norb. I know you would be going to this workout for the kids for their volleyball training.
That's right.
So drive carefully, Sophie, and I will see you on Sunday.
See you on Super Bowl Sunday. All right.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Thank you. Okay. That was Norbert reporting while they were all driving to the training camp workout for their volleyball teams. Hopefully they will have volleyball games soon. Okay. So we'll start our program basically. Good afternoon to everybody. Happy Tuesday. And don't stress yourself out. Things will fall into place. Whatever it is, if it's not going right, God will turn it around for you. So keep praying, stay positive, and never give up. Okay. If this was in the morning, I'd say coffee is ready. All right, mga kaibigan, as I mentioned, we do have a special guest today, Maricres Valdez Castro. We will talk to her, interview her, and just after we do our greetings. And I'd like everybody to greet their friends and relatives, same with Maricres. You could greet in a minute here. You may not see Miles Salvador because Miles has had a very interesting, I would say, few weeks of issues, because her bag was stolen in Australia while she was in the, I would say in the bathroom. And so she lost everything basically. And she's now slowly getting back, like, for example, a new laptop maybe, or a new phone, and she was having problems with it. So in fact she could not even email correctly, but somehow we were able to get Danielle was able to get all the email for the songs or the playlist for today's broadcast. So I don't know if Miles will be able to join us later, but let's start with our greetings first. one of the things that we need to do is to say Happy Tuesday to, all your friends. And let's start with Manny. Maybe you could greet, I know your first one is always your wife. Go ahead, Manny.
So, thank you very much, Kuya Bert. First off, good afternoon, Kuya Bert. It's nice seeing you again. Good afternoon, Daniel, and of course to our guest, Maricres. Uh, Gusto ko lang batiin ulit yung aking butihing may bahay, which nag-message na nauna na eh.
Nagano
May
ba?
bragging rights daw na kasama yung pustahan natin. So, bragging rights and
Yeah.
PAF donation. So, dalawa yon.
Yes.
So, hi Ann. Hopefully maganda ang araw mo sa work. And then, of course, gusto kong batiin yung aking mga relatives, yung aking father and yung brother ko na nasa Philippines. Magandang gabi. Or no, madaling araw siguro.
Madaling araw, yes.
Yeah.
Very
And
early.
then, lahat po ng ating mga kaibigan from FACPS, every Thursday na lagi ko nakikita, it's nice to see all of you na nadadagdagan ngayon dahil naglalabasan na yung mga hindi lumalabas before. And then, of course, yung mga relatives ko from Los Angeles, yung relatives ko from New Jersey and Florida. Magandang araw sa inyo, magandang hapon. And of course, yung mga kaibigan natin from AFU na siguradong nakikinig sila, Kuya Kiko. So, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Hopefully, everything is okay sa inyo. So, yun, Kuya Bert. Thank you.
Very good. So, Maricres, baka naman, si Maricres knows how to speak Tagalog. So, that's one thing good about it also. So, batiin mo naman yung mga kakilala mo, kamag-anak, whatever, sa Pilipinas, kung wherever, sa Zambia, or wherever in the world.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead. Sige.
Pabiyapi, Masa Benzaimuane. That's how we say good morning in Kikonde.
Oh.
So I lived in Zambia, like Tito Bert said, for 2 years as a US Peace Corps health volunteer. So Zambia is about kind of in the heart of Africa. And so I absolutely loved living there in Nanahe. So hi, Mwane, to all of my Kisamikami nandyan sa Zambia. And I also just want to greet naman my family, of course, here sa States, my mom. And of course, I also want to say thank you so much, Tito Bert, for welcoming me onto your show alongside your incredible co-hosts. It's an honor to be here. And yeah, mabuhay to our kababayan doon sa Pilipinas. Nako,
Yeah. Okay. And we will be talking more about your experiences in a minute here. But let's go through our greetings, of course, ang family ko. I'd like to greet especially si Monica and Dawn. Monica is my daughter who lives in Spokane. And they have been, they celebrated actually on February 1st. Isipin mo lang, 29 years of marriage. So, congratulations. Oh, yeah. And, they have 3 wonderful children, and we're very happy for them. Like I said, may the flame of love keep burning in their hearts forever and ever.
And it's love
Marami.
month, February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, there are a lot of friends that are listening, mga supporters natin. I couldn't name all of you, but you know who you are. And we really appreciate your support of our Fil-Am Radio. Okay? So, let's talk about the weather a little. I don't know what it is there right now where you are. I don't know. You're in Tacoma, Maricres.
I am in Tacoma, yes.
Yes. And Manny is in Bonnie Lake area, something. I don't know if
Okay.
it's raining there, but I know the weather here in Kent, it was kind of hard to explain because there was some sun shining a little, then there were showers, there's clouds, so it's a funny weather situation here. But I'm not really complaining because if you have been up to date with the news of what's happening in New York or the East Coast, oh my gosh, this is
Oh
heaven
my
being
goodness.
here, even with the rain and the clouds. In New York, 1 foot of snow, and it's terrible storm for the first time in 5 years. And the effect of that, of course, is that the airports are closed, the flights have been canceled. Wow. And, you
Mm.
know, uh, it has hampered the distribution of the COVID vaccines, etc., etc. But we're very fortunate here sa ating lugar dito sa Pacific Northwest. We are having snow in the mountains only. And with the
Mhm.
snow level at 2,500 feet to 3,000, most likely we will not have snow in the lowlands. Dito po sa Kent, mahirap na rin dito because we are on a hill. So,
Mm.
we are blessed to be here in the Pacific Northwest. And of course, you know, we feel sorry when we pray for all of our relatives who are located in the East Coast. Okay, hopefully everything will be good for them. And now we go to announcements because February is Black History Month for 2021. And we have to remind people to celebrate with us with Rainier Avenue Radio Black History Month. Let me read to you the schedule for the week of February 1st. That means yesterday up to Sunday. Here we go. Tuesday, that's today, at 5 to 6 p.m., Conversations in Black by Tina on Tech. 10 things black folks should know about Black history. And I think that's important,
Mhm.
It's not only for the Black folk, but also, I would say, for everybody to learn about Black history.
Mhm.
Wednesday, town hall meeting, violence in Rainier Beach parking lot, open forum community discussions. That's 6 to 7 p.m. This is all in Rainier Avenue Radio, our community radio station. Then on Wednesday, also at 8 p.m., Josephine Howell live music performance from the historic Columbia City Theater. And on Friday, it's a family film night. A familiar lie by Curtis Ellerson. And I guess Camille Rogers hires a private investigator to prove her husband's affair. When her husband is killed, she seeks to avenge his death, but is betrayed by the private investigator. Ooh, that sounds like an interesting movie to watch, on Rainier Avenue Radio World. And then there's also another film night, a One Vibe Experience. One Vibe Africa. A short film travels to Kenya and spends time at the Young Generation Center where One Vibe Africa is based. So, yan po ang ating schedule for the week of February 1. I think the Friday, 7 p.m. That's really interesting. A family film night. So, mark your calendars, and join everybody to watch and enjoy Black History Month the first week of 2021. Okay, now let's see. Uh, we already said something about our weather, so let's go. Mga kaibigan, let's talk about our uh, our special guest today. You know, I don't want to play the second song yet because it's all about COVID. You know, so let's
Mm.
interspace our discussions here with what my hot topic is, and also we would also be kind of talking about our uh, special event that we are trying to promote, which is the link
Yeah.
to Rally of Hope in Asia
Mhm.
in February. And I know that Maricres is very, very into this. In fact, I understand that you have registered to join this. So,
I have.
Maricles, tell us more about this because this is very important for everybody to know and understand.
Absolutely. So I truly, and everyone who's joining truly believes in the power of prayer. And so this is facebook.com/rally of hope if you want to find out more information. But real quick, it's just a bunch of people coming together. We're hoping to get 1 million people together to come together on February 6th to be able to pray for the healing of our nation and our world. And I think, especially as we celebrate Black History Month, it's important to recognize not only how far we have come, but also how far we have to go in terms of racial reconciliation and addressing systemic injustice in our communities. And it's so great that Rainier Radio is standing in solidarity with that. So thank you so
Yes,
much.
the Rally of Hope Philippines. That's what it is.
Yes.
And like you said, 1 million people will be celebrating this Rally of Hope. And we touched base with Ray McReady, who is the president of the Ambassadors for Peace, and also a very good supporter of this, who is Rosie Dijan, you know. And Rosie has been very, I would say, appreciative and very motivated for this event, because this event really, if you think about it, 1 million people praying for the healing of the nation and the world. And Maricres said it's going to be on Saturday, February 6, 3 p.m. That's going to be in Manila, though.
That's Philippine time. So for our time, Pacific kind of standard time, it's going to be February 5th at 11 p.m. po.
Of course, 11 p.m. Alam mo, natutulog na ako ng 11 eh.
Ay, sorry kahit before you go to bed, you tune in and then you pray together
Yes.
and then you go to bed. Parang
Yeah. So Manny, make sure you know about this Saturday. I mean, well, it's actually still it's gonna be Friday, right?
Yeah.
February 5, local
Yeah.
time, 11 p.m.
Yes.
And this is again the Rally of Hope Philippines. It's a virtual event, and actually, we say a call for peace and solidarity.
Yes,
And I know I have the.
let's go.
I don't know if you have the link, the Facebook link available
Yes.
there.
Yes,
Yeah,
po.
please let them
We
know,
just,
Maricres.
we just go to facebook.com/Rally of Hope PH. So Rally of Hope PH. So
Okay, and that's on
yeah.
Facebook.
Yep, it is on
Okay.
Facebook. It has all the links, all the promotional material, everything's there. But if anyone listening wants to ask questions, they can feel free to reach out to us. Reach out to me by Facebook or
There you go.
Messenger. No worries. I'll be happy to answer questions. But there we are. There's the website, and then see right there in the top right corner it says sign up. So
Yes.
you just click the button there and there it is, checking your browser before accessing rallyofhopeasia.org. It's such an inspiring thing because all you need to do is put in your name, your email, and you are registered.
Wonderful. We will continue with this, Maricres, about this event because we have to bring out this news to every Filipino who is watching right now. But in the meantime, let's take our first news break. Okay, take it away, Daniel.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not using my GPS to navigate the land of 1,000 dances, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Celebrate Black History Month with Rainier Avenue Radio.world. You'll hear interviews, panel discussion, issues that impact your life on a daily basis. Celebrate Black History Month with Rainier Avenue Radio. Oh, did I mention? Every Wednesday night, live musical performances from the historic Columbia City Theater. Rainier Avenue Radio celebrates Black History Month all month long. Interviews, icons celebrating the history of Black Seattle, community leaders, community activists. In 1852, Seattle's first Black president arrived. National viewpoints. In 1943, Harborview Hospital hired its first hosted by Rick Dupree, Tina Marie, and me, Tony B. In 1961, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. made his first and only Seattle appearance. Did I mention every Wednesday in February, every Wednesday night, in celebration of Black History, live musical performances from the historic Columbia City Theater. I'll say it again. Every Wednesday, live musical performances from the historic Columbia City Theater in celebration of Black History Month. People you know, and some you may not. It's a celebration of Black History Month on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Hello, listener. What's important to you about what's going on in your community? Are you interested? Are you concerned? In any case, I invite you to tune into my show, Seattle Here and Now, on Rainier Avenue Radio.org. Why? I will be covering a wide range of topics important to you and impacting the community. Each show will have a special guest or guests to share with you information on a variety of subjects that are happening here and now in Seattle. I promise I will work hard to make my show informative, interesting, and entertaining. Be sure to listen to Seattle Here and Now on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
This is the news on Rainier Avenue Radio.
The Justice Department has ended the Trump-era zero-tolerance policy for immigration offenses that allowed the U.S. government to separate thousands of children from their parents. Per NPR, under the policy, adults who entered the U.S. from the southern border were prosecuted for illegal entry. Children can't be in prison with parents and other family members, so young kids were taken into federal custody, resulting in more than 3,000 children being separated from their families. President Biden has taken quick action to dismantle Trump's most controversial immigration policies. The Department of Homeland Security announced it would pause deportations for certain non-citizens in the U.S. for 100 days. A federal judge has since that plan.
And that's your news on Rainier Avenue Radio.
This is Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
At balik po tayo sa ating programa Fil-Am Radyo. Ako po si Kuya Bert Caoili.
At eto naman po si Manny Panganiban. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat.
And our special guest.
Hi everyone, I'm Maricres Valdez Castro.
And actually, mga kaibigan, we are missing my good friend from Australia, si Miles Salvador. And like I said earlier, I hope that she could get her, I would say, communications apparatus, whether it's the new cell phone, which was stolen from her, and she bought another one, and I don't know what's happening. I hope that she could get back to us, if not today, but maybe next week she could resolve all of her issues. And Maricres, I just want to say hi to Rosie Dijan Moyongo, who's the pastor of the Seattle Family Church, and I hope she is listening today. So I just want to say hi, Rosie. And I gave her instructions on how to join, or not to join, but to listen and watch. Yeah. So I hope that she's able to at least hear the message of the link to Rally of Hope Asia, like Maricres said. So Maricres, you might want to say hi to her.
Hello, mabuhay! Pastor Rosie over at the Seattle Church. God bless you in your ministry, and thank you for spearheading, leading this incredible event. It's going to be life-changing for a lot of people to participate in something like this. I know that during COVID, during this pandemic, we've all been very separated, but Tito Bert, and it's just going to be such a beautiful thing to come together, even just in spirit, even just kahit online lang, to be united.
So I will try to do my best. Yeah, that will be on Friday, actually. Coming up.
Yes.
Yeah, 11 p.m. Okay. But everybody knows that now. So mark your calendars. Kayo mga nanonood, those are supporting our program or watching our program. Okay? So now we'll focus our attention to Miss Maricres Valdez Castro. So, Maricres, are you related to Clemencia?
I am. That is my father's younger sister. So,
wow.
Auntie Honey, I think you know.
Yeah, Honey.
Also, or
And,
attorney, Auntie Honey.
I hope that Honey could be listening at least or watching, and she could always watch this program, even if she cannot watch it live now, because she could anytime, because it's videotaped by Danielle. And anybody, all your friends, including Rosie and Ray, if you want to watch this program, you could always tune in to Rainier Avenue Radio's Facebook page and just look for our program, episode 179. So okay, Maricres. So, you spend a lot of time in Zambia, right?
I did. I served there for 2 years as a proud Filipino American. Grabe na, nako po, some of the villages I went to, they'd never seen an American woman before. And so,
Wow.
grabe, they were touching my hair, my face, and so they were saying, "Oh, this is what an American woman looks like." And I'm like, yes, we're a nation of immigrants. I'm a first generation American. I also have my dual citizenship in the Philippines, so I'm very proud of that. And
Yes.
yeah,
What is
teaching.
RPCV, Zambia? I mean, what is that? Republic?
Oh, RPCV stands for Returned Peace Corps Volunteer. So you know
Oh,
how
you are a Peace
um
Corps
yes,
volunteer. So
yes, and
that's the
so
thing.
yeah.
Oh, okay. That I didn't
Mhm.
catch. But
Okay.
kaibigan, our friends, she mentioned Honey Castro. Honey
Mhm.
Castro was, I think, Miss Washington uh,
Yes, she
a
was
certain
Miss
year. I'm not
Washington.
so sure what year, but she is very pretty, until
Mhm.
now. And I guess
Okay.
that's where you got your good looks too. I mean, it's run from the family.
Thank
Now,
you for it is genetic, I guess.
I will, checking your names, it says Maricres was Miss Washington of University Place in 2021. And then Miss Universe Philippines candidate from Muntinlupa City
Yes.
2020.
Mhm.
So, can you tell us more about your experience in all of this beauty pageant that you have been? And I've been following this because your mom always
Yeah.
said, says something about your candidacy. And here we go. We vote for, so we go and vote for.
Oh, thank you so much.
Tell us more about all of
Mhm.
this. You could start with this 2020 uh, Muntinlupa City pageant for the Miss Universe Philippines. Maybe you could tell us in the short words. You know, Go ahead.
Of course. So my candidacy was about promoting Adoption Angels, which was a campaign for addressing the over 2 million abandoned children living on the streets of the Philippines. And so
Wow,
not many even
2 million.
Filipinos, yeah, not many Filipinos know that they exist even in the country. I just read a report by NPR that just this past August there are over 1.4 million children ages 10 years old to 15 years old to 19 years old who are pregnant right now
Oh my
because of
gosh.
the and so it's just the level of child abuse that has occurred during the pandemic. I think it's just going to compound this already complex problem happening in our beloved motherland, the Philippines.
Of
And
course.
so with my advocacy, because kind of beauty pageantry is a little bit like politics. It's on kind of the same level of politics in the Philippines because
Uh huh.
it's like the NFL over there.
Yeah.
um, I was able to work alongside different legislators, and a bill was submitted that we're trying to kind of remove the red tape. And I
Mhm.
didn't know this, but apparently Washington State is home to the largest adoption agency in the
Ah.
world. And so I'm trying to, if there are anyone out there who would like to work together on kind of facilitating or working together through red tape so that we
Mhm.
can advocate for these kids to have a loving home. That's why Tito Bert it was just my birthday in January, and why I raised funds specifically for the Philippines Orphanage Foundation to build more orphanages so that these kids don't feel abandoned, that they realize that they are beloved by God and that they have a home in Jesus. And so the Philippines Orphanage Foundation is also on Facebook, and they're located in the fine state of Georgia. So I would have never met them if I hadn't competed for Miss Universe Philippines, and
Oh, I'll be there.
I'm the only candidate. So it's just a wonderful platform to
Mhm.
facilitate positive change in our
Yeah,
community.
I agree. And in fact,
Mm.
it says you may not have won the title, but you are already a winner. Just be aiming to do your advocacy, helping all of these children, abandoned children,
Yes,
homeless
yes.
children. Yeah. Wow,
Mm,
wonderful. So,
thank you.
one of the things that
Mhm.
many people may not know that, you were a Peace Corps volunteer, you said, in
I
Zambia,
tried it,
you
yeah.
know. So
I loved it.
when
Living in
when
the
you
mud
one thing one thing good about what you're doing in here, because it shows the Philippine talent, the Philippine beauty, the Philippine generosity, and uh, the spirit of volunteerism. It's just something that I'm very proud of, to be a Filipino, also in a sense, Filipino American. Yeah.
volunteerism is also very American. So we have that in
Yes.
common across both
Now
countries.
you also carry the title of Miss Washington West University Place. Now, West,
Yes.
I know that the University Place is in Tacoma. It's a city by itself, right?
Yes, it is. It is its own place.
Yes.
And I am a last minute kind of joiner since I decided to join Miss Washington competition for 2021. So I'm actually currently running for Miss Washington, which will
Oh,
be taking place in March 21st.
March
So
21st.
if you have seen my mom's post, it's kind of she's always rallying people to
I
support.
know. I
Um,
know. Oh, she's really something else. I love her. Yeah.
I do too.
So
She's
right
amazing.
now you are vying for the Miss Washington title and a
Yes, I
candidate
am.
from the West University Place. That's what it is, right? So
Yes, it
you're
is.
following Honey's footstep, and
Yes,
I
in a
hope
way. In
I
a way,
hope
you know,
that
she's an inspiration for
well,
sure.
Honey Castro, I forgot her last name now,
Yeah.
but
Castro
anyway,
Winery, yeah. She has a hyphenated last name with her and her husband.
I
So,
see.
mhm.
Well, hopefully that you will be able to also, reach that title of Miss Washington, because I think you really deserve it with all your
Thank you.
philanthropic things that you do.
Oh.
I really am. Okay, we'll make sure that we announce this every now and then, uh, so that people don't forget. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Maraming
Yeah.
salamat po. And
Okay.
there's voting right now for People's Choice Award, so I'll send that to you some other time. Maybe you can shout it
Yeah.
out.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Send it, and so that we could always remind people to do their thing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how many candidates are vying for this,
I
but
think there are 36. There are
oh my
36
gosh,
candidates.
36 of them.
Yeah, it's very competitive, but it's an honor to just compete and also promoting my advocacies for the environment. I'm a youth ambassador for the Global Earth Day Network for the
Wow.
environment. And shout out to anyone ages 15 to 29 who wants to attend the United Nations Youth Summit in Milan, Italy. Applications are open right now, so definitely apply. So I'll be applying, and I want to encourage everyone to apply because the more we have our youth involved, the more we're going to have hope for a greater future. Because po, we all don't live forever as long as we
Yeah,
continue to do
the
something.
youth like
Yeah.
you,
Oh,
the
thank
young
you.
ones, you're the future of the country.
Thank you.
Hopefully the young people will be able to really do something for our country, because right now, for example, in America, we have a divided country, and it really hurts.
Mm,
It hurts me to know that.
yeah.
The only thing I always tell my wife is that I don't have to worry about it for me, because I don't think I'm gonna stay that long in this world. But for our
Oh, yeah, maybe
grandchildren,
120.
you know, and for you, young
Yes.
people. Okay, well,
Yeah.
from time
My
to time,
advocacy
we'll
as
be
well.
coming back to you, because it's very
Okay.
important that what you're doing now. I hope you're able to influence younger people to do whatever you're doing. So that's good. I really am proud of you. You know,
Po.
so of you and your family.
I'm proud of you too, Tita Bert.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Ang galing
Okay,
mo.
well, let's move on. And I have here as a hot topic, that really disturbs me. The question that I ask is, and this is open for discussion, okay? One article I read is really very disturbing, because it says in there, basically, China has taken over the world. And what does that mean? If you think about it, the US is a very strong country militarily. But you know what? We have bases, military bases in many places in the world. But it is a far cry from what the Chinese have done. Just think about it. And I'd like everybody's input here. Oh, do I see Miles Salvador?
Yes.
Good afternoon,
Yes, it just walked in.
everyone.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, Ate
Bert
Mile.
and Maricres and Manny. I've been here like 15 minutes. I'm listening to Maricres. It's very interesting, it's very interesting. Yeah.
Wow, I see a message here from my good friend Prisco Ligares. I always try to greet him on our radio program. Thank you for waking up too early, Prisco. I know it's still, I don't know exactly what time it is over there, but, it
5
is.
5:30,
Yeah.
5:45, yeah.
Okay, about five. That's still early. But hey, Miles, I was very concerned about you, and I'm very glad that you could join us now.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, I had technical issues with my tablet. Yeah.
And that's why I love Manny being on the show because he can always tell you what to do, So anyway, I was talking about this thing that I read, which is very, very disturbing. And that's like I said, the U.S. is strong all over the world through military bases, but those things are not permanent. Anytime the president could pull them out, they could close the base, and nothing happens as far as their influence. But now consider this. Every country except, I understand, Korea and Japan, except Korea and Japan, let me repeat that, they have what you call Chinatowns. Don't you agree with that? They have Chinatowns, right? And there are millions of Chinese who are staying, having stores, in that Chinatown. And that is how they are able to really take hold of the country. Like, for example, there are 14 million overseas Chinese, I understand. In the Philippines, there are 3 million. And guess what? And everybody knows this, most Filipinos. Who controls, you think, the economy? 70% of the economy is controlled by the Chinese. Okay? In fact, they even claim that President Duterte won because his grandfather was a Chinese. Well, my wife said the great-grandfather was also a Chinese. And a lot of Filipinos have Chinese. Isn't that?
My great
What do you think? With that statement, let's start with, let's see, Manny, what can you say about the Chinatown thing?
Chinatown, Kuya Bert, di ba? Since time immemorial, we already had that in the Philippines.
Right? Not just in the Philippines.
Kahit
all
sa
over
ibang,
the world.
yeah. Ang naging siguro niyan is now at this point in time, I don't think military power lang ang magde-decide if you control a territory. I think talaga pati economy na eh.
Exactly.
So, 'di ba, dahil ang mga manufacturing natin nalipat lahat sa China because for one thing, labor is cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yun yung isa. Labor is cheap, nilipat nila sa China manufacturing. To a point na parang halos na lang lahat ng materyales or products nanggaling na ng China.
Yeah.
Wala na tayo makita na galing sa ibang mundo.
What's interesting, kung if you remember, if you buy a TV set, for example, okay, and you see it says designed or engineered in the USA but made in China.
China, yeah.
In other words, we provide for example, everything, schematic diagrams, everything, and then the actual product is made in China.
Kasi nga, cheap and labor eh.
Yeah, exactly. So, Miles, what do you think? In Australia, is there a Chinatown?
Yeah, Bert. We have a very big Chinatown in the city, and it's really big, and like you said, everywhere you go, like in Australia, most products are made in China. But now, since the coronavirus was saying it came from Wuhan, the made in China products are now banned. And saying that, when I went to Seattle 2 years ago, my son was looking for a Nike shoes, and then a good friend of ours went to go and buy. No, it's not made in USA. And like Best Barreto, no, 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 no. They manufacture it
I
in
wonder what that sound
China.
is.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
I don't know what that sound is.
Oh,
Coming.
sorry, it's me.
Oh,
It's Maricres. It's a
So,
yeah,
Maricres,
and
okay,
yeah,
go ahead. Go ahead.
they manufacture the products in China, and as Manny said, it's cheap labor. Even a 10-year-old child can be working in the factory. And then most of the countries like Australia and America, they manufacture it in China and then bring it to the country. And by law, they have to put the tag made in China. Yeah.
Yes. What about you,
And
Maricres?
another thing, yeah, Bert, do you know that last year President Duterte declared the Chinese New Year as public holiday in the country?
That's
mm.
good. Very
Nadagdagan
Yeah.
na naman ang bakasyon sa atin.
So,
Yeah.
okay, let's hear something from Maricres. Your opinion, Maricres. Hello? Uh-oh. Did we lose her?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Anyway, both of you are right as far as that's concerned. But just imagine, in Canada, for example, there were 1.4 million Chinese. Singapore, 70% are Chinese. Malaysia, 25% are Chinese, etc. But the point I'm leading to is that now the Chinese are now dominating financially and economically. And what's interesting is that they live in the country, they intermarry, and they raise families. And now they are now open to their identity, and embracing the power of unity. So you could imagine that's why they say is China taking over the world. And now with of course we have a new president who is also very I would say favorable to China. That can change a lot of things. Pretty soon we could be actually under Chinese control with all the money that we owe China. It's scary. But I told Maricres, I'm not going to worry about it because I may not be here so long.
No,
Isn't that?
Bert.
Kuya Bert,
Yeah.
even if
You're
you're
a
not
holiday
gonna live
queen.
so long, you're still affected by it. Lahat ng
Yeah.
pwede mong bilhin ngayon is Chinese.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
wala tayong takas.
I know. So this is a long topic to talk about. So let's switch to our next topic, which is about the COVID vaccine, the COVID strain.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's all part of the Chinese quote invasion. So we haven't heard from Maricres. So Maricres, what's your idea about this? Comments about the vaccines, the new vaccines. Johnson and Johnson, they have a new vaccine and clinical trials, and it might be approved, which will be good for the country. More vaccines to distribute. Have you had your? Oh, are you too young, so you may not have the. I know Anne Panganiban has got it. I don't have it yet, even if I am already eligible, because I'm just scared. I'm just scared about the side effects. So your comment, Maricres, about vaccines
Absolutely.
or whatever on COVID.
Yes. I think you might not know this, but I'm a full ride scholar in biology and environmental science. So
Ooh.
I really enjoy talking about vaccines. It's actually very exciting to me. So I'm so excited that I even participated as a, kind of beautiful guinea pig for the Novavax trial vaccine because
Oh, you
um,
did?
I got both doses, and I can say that yeah, the second dose, kind of like how everyone's been saying, kind of has a little bit of a kick in terms of symptoms, like you feel a little bit more tired, you might want to take a day to rest after feeling a little achy, but it's nothing to the point um that you're going to like
It's
die
not
or
dangerous.
anything like that. No, no, nothing like that. So the cool thing about vaccines is that the research that has been going on for vaccines has been going on for decades,
Mhm.
decades. So it's just like iPhones. The newest vaccine, the Pfizer and the Moderna, they're like the first ever mRNA vaccines. And so the mRNA is messenger ribonucleic acid that is sent into your kind of body to teach your immune system a picture of what the invader, what COVID-19
Mhm.
looks like, gives it a picture and says, look out for this guy. This is a bad guy. So whenever your body comes into contact with COVID-19, maybe someone coughs on you or you touch a surface and you touch your mouth or face somewhere like that, your body already knows, I know this guy, let's take him out. And so, boom, all of a sudden, immune response.
All
And it's
right.
great. And so it's like, just like with the polio vaccine, where after the polio vaccine was introduced, polio was eradicated in America. Like,
That's
wow.
right. Yes.
Exactly, exactly. And then just like that, measles, mumps, and rubella, until the kind of anti-vax movement started, it was eradicated from America. And so
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
see
Good
that the
point. Good point.
technology has been around and we've been learning how to make even cooler, even more effective vaccines. The same way every generation of vaccine is created to kind of combat a different virus. Every
Okay.
generation of iPhone kind of has a new feature. And so it's not like it's something brand new, but
Yeah.
it is pretty exciting. Like we've all heard of
I'm glad
iPhone.
you're excited about it. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's go back. Let's go now to the update on the COVID. So take it away, Miles, if you got the information. Otherwise, because
Yeah,
we got approaching our second news break
we
after
got
you
to
report.
do one.
Go ahead.
Yeah, here's the coronavirus latest updates from the COVID-19 Information Center. In Queensland, Australia, the total cases is 1,310. Daily new cases is 1 as of 2 days ago. The whole Australia total cases 28,818. The daily new cases is 7 as of 2 days ago. The global total cases is 102, 1,002,784 and 69. Daily new cases 3,085,956 as of 2 days ago. And the global confirmed cases is 1,003,18,643, and the total deaths is 2,228,909. EU secures additional 9 million vaccine doses from AstraZeneca. Italy cases restriction 9 million restriction in Rome and Milan, including reopening bars and restaurants. South Africa receives first 1 million doses of AstraZeneca Oxford University vaccine. France closes its borders to most countries outside EU. Yan po ang latest update of coronavirus. Gilbert, Manny?
Okay. Let's we'll talk about this. Play the next song later on after the new song number 2. So news break.
You know you can't get enough of Rainier Avenue Radio. .world.
This is the news on Rainier Avenue Radio.
The United States will face a heightened threat of domestic extremist violence for weeks from people angry at Donald Trump's election defeat and inspired by the deadly storming of the U.S. Capitol. The Department of Homeland Security warned the DHS advisory said domestic violent extremists were motivated by issues including anger over COVID-19 restrictions, the 2020 election results, and police use of force. It also cited long-standing racial and ethnic tensions, including opposition to immigration as drivers of domestic violence attacks. Read this report.
And that's your news on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Turn up your radio wherever you at. We about to bring it.
Street Beat.
Yeah.
With Tony B.
Tony B will give you a chance to tackle local, national, and international issues that affect your community.
Street Beat. Street Beat with Tony B.
Ginagawa ng King County Public Health ang lahat na maaaring gawin upang maging ligtas kayo sa coronavirus. Ito ang dapat inyong gawin. Gumamit ng face mask kung sa labas ng bahay at maraming tao ang nasa inyong paligid. Tumayo ng 6 na pie o 6 feet ang layo sa katabi ninyo. Ito ang tinatawag na social distancing. Kung maaari, huwag lumabas ng bahay at bawasan at iwasan ninyo ang pagdalaw sa iba. Linisin at i-disinfect ang mga bagay na madalas niyong hawakan tulad ng mga remote control, doorknobs at iba pa. Lagi at madalas maghugas ng kamay o gumamit ng hand sanitizer. Magpa-test kayo kung meron kayong simptomas ng virus o kung napalapit kayo sa isang tao na na-test na positibo. Kung meron pa kayong ibang katanungan, tawagan lamang ang Seattle King County Public Health sa teleponong 206-477-3977.
This is your Rainier Avenue Radio.World community update on education companies offering free subscriptions due to school closings. You can access a list of over 1,000 free education resources at www.amazingeducationalresources.com and also join the Amazing Educational Resources Facebook group.
Would you like to see when your favorite Rainier Avenue Radio show comes on? Check out our show schedule, updated weekly at rainieravenueradio.world.
At balik po tayo sa ating programa Fil-Am Radyo. We're back on the air again. Mga kaibigan, this is the next phase of our 2 to 2:30 in the afternoon portion. And with that, ako po si Kuya Bert Caoili.
Ito po si Miles Salvador. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panood.
At ito naman po si Manny Panganiban. Maraming salamat po ulit sa inyong pagtangkilik.
And our special guest.
Mabuhay everyone. My name is Maricres Valdez Castro. Thank you for tuning in.
Great. And now let's play our COVID song.
The next one is coronavirus song. We Didn't Spread the Virus by Billy Joel Parody.
Democrats, Republicans, Independents, everyone, wash your hands, stay inside, make sure the world is sanitized. Shut it down, lock your doors, it's cancel culture getting bored. Nothing left for us to do but sit at home and watch the news. We didn't spread the virus, cause we were all at home, we had nowhere to go. We didn't spread the virus, we all just stayed at home, kept playing on our phone. Made it to the grocery store, no toilet paper anymore. I guess that's what we need the most. I don't know why, that's kinda gross. Frozen pizza, Lunchables, shopping baskets looking full. Stocking up on all the seeds, I'll save the world by gardening. We didn't spread the virus, cause we were all at home, we had nowhere to go. We didn't spread the virus, cause we were all at home, just playing on our phones. No more South by Southwest, no more Disneyland, I guess. No more basketball events, all eyes on the president. Facebook full of scientists, amazing, I did not know this. All the posts and all the memes and government conspiracies. We didn't spread the virus, cause we were all at home, we had nowhere to go. We didn't spread the virus, we all just stayed at home, kept playing on our phones at home alone, at home on all our phones.
Yan po, coronavirus song. We didn't spread the virus.
We did not spread the virus. Okay, somebody did. China did. Anyway, mga kaibigan, let's go to the birthday portions. Kung meron kayong kilalang may birthday ngayon, go ahead and greet them. I know I'd like to start by greeting Oscar Hillman. You know, Oscar Hillman. You know, Maricres, you know Oscar, of course. February 2nd. So that's all I got for now as far as birthday. Anybody got know
yes,
somebody?
Bert.
Go ahead.
Bert. Happy birthday to Joy Nikki of Toowoomba, Queensland, Australia. Reynaldo Yabut of Tondo, Manila. Brother of Norma from Philippines. Rose Rosales Naron of Oki, Queensland, Australia, February 4. Maria Lilibet Lumambas Pavel of Nanango, Queensland, Australia, February 6. Divina Quabu of Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia, on February 7. And Cararisa of Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, on February 8. Veronica Reyes of Bagong Silangan, Quezon City, Philippines, on February 9. Yeah, Manny, do you have any birthday greetings, Manny?
Wala ako ngayon.
Okay,
How about Maricres? Baka meron ka kilala, may birthday, or any in February.
Yeah, so actually may late naman birthday na lang ko for Brandy Badger. Shout out to her for her birthday because she's the leader of INSP, International Nutritional Sustainable Partners, and in Washington State, she's been helping support farming livelihoods here, farmers and their livelihoods here, and
Wow.
families in need. So it's called the Farmers to Families Initiative.
Oh,
And
yes.
she's just been so phenomenal in leading that. And so happy birthday to her. And I know that so many families are able to have a full belly at night because of her efforts. And so they have quick shout out too because there'll be a volunteer event from Farmers to Families this upcoming February 3rd tomorrow in Marysville, Ford, and at 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So there'll be distributing fresh vegetables from farmers to families in need. And we do it in a kind of safe atmosphere. So it's done in a parking lot. Families line up in their cars. They drive through. They don't exit out of their car. We just ask them how many families are they picking up for today because not everyone has a car. And we give them a little extra. So
That's
that they
nice.
can,
That's good.
yeah, that
So
they can
with that, Kuya Bert,
Yeah.
with that, are we gonna play the happy birthday song?
And just in a minute here. Just a minute.
Okay.
I just wanna comment on that one. That's exactly what Manny and I do on Thursdays. So maybe you could go to Algona every week. It's not just once a week. It's every week. Manny and I are volunteers for PAEP, and for my organization, and then also for Tom and Donna Fernandez are also volunteers for the Filipino American community of Puget Sound. So
I would love
at
to.
11:30 to 12:30, we give out through drive-in people, just like what you mentioned. We give them bags of whatever we could collect. So if you could go there on a Thursday, visit us. That would be wonderful. We would love to see you.
Let's support.
So at Algona Community Center, okay, the address is 103 6th Avenue in Algona. You cannot miss it. If you need help, just give me a call. So lastly, on birthdays, I'd like to say happy birthday to Jasmine Caoili Aguirre, my niece in the Philippines, January 29, and a good friend, Virgie Palisok. And on February 3, tomorrow, we have Ashley Romulo and Suzette Sauco. And on February 9, my son-in-law, Don Evans. So happy birthday. Now we could play our birthday song.
Yeah, this song is lovingly dedicated to all birthday celebrants. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Ayan
Happy,
po
happy
ay happy
birthday.
birthday to you, dedicated to all birthday celebrants. Happy
Okay.
birthday!
Now we go to our financial advice. Money with
Money with
money.
money.
Hindi mo alam kung ano mauuna dun sa dalawang pangalan eh.
So
It sounds
M-O-N-E-Y
good.
with Manny, M-A-N-N-Y.
Ayun,
So go
natupad
ahead,
niyo
Manny.
na. All right. Thank you very much, Kuya Bert, Ate Miles. So, since marami po tayong mga kaibigan na nagtitingin ng ng mga pwedeng i-invest para sa kanilang mga anak, katulad ni Kuya Bert, si Kuya Bert nagtitingin for, grandchildren, hindi na mga anak. So, gusto kong i-tackle itong 529 withdrawal traps. So, pag sinabi natin withdrawal traps, 529, alam natin po na ang 529 is an educational savings plan para po sa ating mga anak, mga apo, yung anybody na nag-aaral from high school through college.
Yep.
Ngayon, the first withdrawal trap na meron itong 529K na to is taking too much money. So, ang sabi is 529 withdrawals are tax-free. So, ito po tax-free, no? As long as ito po ay ginamit for a qualified education expense. During the year na nag-aaral po ang inyong mga anak, mga apo, kung sino mang mga minor de edad. Ngayon, pagka sinabi natin qualified educational expense, ito po yung mga tuition fee, yung ibang fee sa schools, mga libro, school supplies. Actually po, pwede rin ang mga computer. Of course, kung kailangan ng bata ng mas updated na computer to do their schooling, of course, kasama siya. Qualified expense siya. And of course, also, if you have special needs kids, kasama yon sa qualified. Ngayon, pwede rin po itong gamitin pambayad ng student loans. So, kung halimbawang may student loan na na-incur ang inyong estudyante, ang inyong pinag-aaral, pwede nyo pong gamitin itong 529K na to pay off yung student loans also. Ngayon, ang hindi nila isinasama doon sa qualified number one, insurance. Kung halimbawa gusto nyo insure yung anak nyo dahil lumalabas siya, baka may mangyari. Hindi ko counted yun as qualified expense. At doon po magsisimula kayong magbayad ng tax na 10%, parang penalty tax siya dahil po bumabagsak yung insurance, sports or club activities, and other types of activity or fees that pwedeng i-charge doon sa estudyante pero hindi naman siya required for enrollment. Okay. So, ngayon po, kasama din po doon yung transportation cost, hindi rin qualified yon. So, of course, ang transportation is transportation sa inyo na yon. And sometimes, ito po, may caveat siya. Sometimes po, ang room and board cost po pwedeng masama as qualified, pero madalas hindi. Okay. So, yun po yung una, no? Taking too much money. Pagka sinabi natin taking too much money, pagka ang dami yung extra arrears na binayaran, pwede kayong ma-penalize. Ngayon po, ang pangalawa nito, taking too little money. Pagka po sinabing taking too little money, pagka natapos ang inyong estudyante at kayo po nakatapos na at meron kayong natira pang pera doon sa 529 account. Yun po another tax. Taxable yon. And may 10% penalty din po. Okay? Ngayon, yung pangatlo, taking the money in the wrong year. Kung halimbawa po ang inyong anak ay mag-aaral 2021 pero parang kinuha nyo siya 2020.
Yeah.
Yung magiging taxable din po ulit yun. Okay? So ito 6 lang naman tong pitfalls at napakadali naman lahat. Yung pang-4, requesting payments to be made directly to the college. So yon, mali din pala po yon. Usually, ginagawa natin yun, mas gusto natin dahil siya savings plan. Para lang din po ako yun nung ako po yung nag-aaral Ang insurance plan ko po nung college, siya nagbabayad diretso doon sa college. Pero mali daw po pala yon. Kasi, sa sobrang dami ng pera na natatanggap ng colleges, po pwede pong magkaroon ng scholarship displacement.
Yeah.
So, ayaw nyo po na yung college i-view yung 529 na ibinayad nyo na the same way it views a scholarship and reduce your child's financial aid package. Kasi kahit po pala naka 529 kayo po, pwede kayong mag-request ng financial aid package to a college. Pero dahil sa sobrang dami at hindi nila matrack yung pumapasok na pera, baka masama dun sa displacement funding na ayaw nyo rin po. Ang pinakamaganda pong solusyon dun sa ganon, itanong nyo po ang college kung paano nila, kung ano ang policy nila with regards to funds being received from a 529 plan. Okay?
Yeah.
Ngayon, panlima, anin yun, Kuya Bert?
Yung 5th and 6th, sige. Kasi yung oras natin, na.
Yung number 5, taking money from the wrong 529 account.
Yeah.
Yan. Ngayon, kung marami kayong 529 account na na-ininvest dahil ang anak nyo ay 2-3, siguraduhin nyo lang po na tama yung 529 account na pagbubunutan. Yun lang yung isa. Kasi hindi nyo na mababawi yung funding pagka lumabas yan. Okay? So, 5 lang pala. Ayun, pang-6. Failing to coordinate with 529 withdrawal with other family members. Okay? Ngayon, kung halimbawa pong well-to-do ang pamilya, sometimes gumawa ng 529 ang magulang, gumawa rin po ng 529 ang mga tiyuhin dahil mahal ang mga pamangkin, kailangan po i-coordinate nyo yun. Wag yung sabay-sabay kasi po pwedeng bumagsakin na pare-parehas kayong ma-penalize at ma-tax.
Very good.
So, yun lang yun. So, yun po yung atin para sa 529.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank
Sounds
you,
good.
Manny. Thank you.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Okay. But the 529 is very important. Kung hindi nyo naintindihan po yan, kung kayo may mga anak na mag-aaral na, especially sa college, it's always good to have a 529 educational account. So, maganda itong mga pitfalls na or mga suggestions dito ni Manny. Well, thank you very much, Manny.
Yun yung mga Kuya Bert, mga hindi napapansin.
Okay, ang oras natin, ang bilis ng takbo ng, we may not even have time for all our jokes and
Huwag na muna mag-isa ka. Meron ka isa?
marami akong, pero marami pa tayong inspirational. So let's do a quick, everyone, give us one inspirational word. One lang, mabilis. Okay, let's start with Miles.
Yeah,
Just make it
yeah.
short.
This very short. Thank you, Bert, Manny, and Maricres. Time is like a river. You cannot touch the same water twice because the flow that has passed will never pass again. So enjoy every moment of your life, dear Bert.
Very
Especially
good.
for you.
Okay, Manny. What's
So,
your
galing siguro sa akin, since hindi naman ako nakapag-research na, pero sa akin is live your life to the fullest so that you will have no regrets.
Good. Okay,
Very good.
Maricres, how about you? Uh-oh. Are you muted? You must be muted.
Sorry. So I
Okay,
just wanted
go ahead.
to give one of my favorite quotes, which is to give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. And that's by Steve Prefontaine. So always give your best and take care of the gifts that God has given us.
Very
Well,
good.
that falls right into this from the Lion Makina. He says, on Valentine's Day, actually, love is not all you need. As lions, we need lions to help us both locally and globally. So, to all of you lions, of which we will have our meeting tomorrow, when you make a gift of $20 to $50 by February 28, your donation will be matched by an anonymous donor. You received this match and also Melvin Jones credit. So give today, double your gift. That's quite a return on your investment. And they say, Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, that's good. That's as a lion. I don't know if Maricres is a lion.
I
know
am.
she's
I'm the third vice president of the Taguig Lions chapter.
Oh, and the gig. Wow, okay,
Yes,
good.
yes,
So tell them
yeah.
about this Valentine's
Sure.
Day campaign of Campaign 100. So give and
All
donate.
right.
It will be doubled. The Lions Clubs International will double it. Wonderful. Okay, with only so many minutes left, I would like everybody to say their goodbyes now. Last word. Okay, because it does take, and then we will play our last song, and our program will be over. I hope everybody enjoyed our broadcast every Tuesday, and we'll keep in touch. Okay, so let's start with saying our goodbye. Manny, ikaw na muna sa taas.
So, eto po ulit si Manny Panganiban. Again, thank you very much for, your continued support para po sa ating mga taga-subaybay, sa ating mga avid fans. Maraming salamat po ulit.
Okay, Miles?
Ito po si Mahal Salvador, magpapaalam sa inyo lahat. Maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na panonood at pagsubaybay sa amin. Thank you, Kuya Bert, Manny, and Maricres. Very pleasure to have you in our program. Thank you, Danielle. Sa hinig po ng In His Time, kami po ay magpapaalam na sa inyong lahat.
Okay, Maricres?
Maraming salamat po, Tito Bert, Miss Miles, and Sir Manny. Maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat for this opportunity to be on your show. And I want to thank you again for this opportunity, and to all of my supporters, especially our Lions. Let's continue to laban Lions and continue to roar for change. So
There you go.
Maraming salamat po.
Well, I am really impressed with Maricres and all of the activities that she's doing. So hopefully you can make it on Thursday, 11 o'clock or 11:30 to 12:30 sa Algona po. Okay? Hopefully you can do it. All right. At mga kaibigan, sabi nga, napakabilis ng takbo ng orasan. Kaya naman po kami magpapaalam na. At sa himig po ng ating last song, In His Time, ako po si Kuya Bert Caoili.
Ito po si Mal Salvador. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood.
At eto naman po si Manny Panganiban. Maraming salamat po ulit. See you ulit sa Tuesday.
And ito po ang aming closing prayer. Join us. Ama namin, purihin ang iyong pangalan. Nagpupuri po kami at nagpapasalamat sa mga dakilang biyaya, buhay, lakas, at subaybay na ipinagkaloob mo sa amin mula sa oras na ito hanggang sa wakas ng aming buhay. Amen. And following our program, huwag po kayong aalis dahil ang next po sa Rainier Avenue Radio, yung Real Estate and Money 21 with Tina Lombard Harris, Elsie Chardin, and Violeta Estras. Maraming salamat po hanggang sa susunod na Martes. Ito po ang Fil-Am Radyo. Bye-bye.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Take
Okay,
care.
bye everybody. We'll see you
Bye,
soon again.
everybody.
Paalam po.
Stay
Ingat po
safe.
kayo.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful.
In your time, Lord, my life to you I bring. May in song I am to sing. Be to you a lovely in your time.
Rainier